Okay, good afternoon, citizens of YouTube, DK, Mr. V Amps, and we just got back from a run where we participated in auctions again and we got some stuff. So this is a Fender Sidekick Reverb 25 guitar amplifier. Appears to have a 10-inch speaker in it. It's very dusty. I mean very dusty. This should be 80s. I think they refer to them as Riviera era. I think that's how it is. Let's see, we got volume, gain, master. Volume, gain, master? Why would I have that? Well, I'm wondering. That might be like clean channel, drive channel, but I don't see a channel switch on the front. Treble, middle, bass, presence, and reverb. No idea if it works. This is the auction game that we play. And if you all are curious about where most of the things that we work on this channel come from, I can probably do a video explaining that to you. Okay, we'll get that flipped around. Yeah, it's a little tipped on the stool there because it doesn't fit good. Let's see, made in Taiwan, headphones, preamp out, main amp in, so this has an effects loop. On an amp this small, that's kind of a neat surprise. Okay, we have a power cord that is 3-wire and it's also very dusty. And we have a foot switch that appears to be perma-wired into that thing. So this must be a channel switcher, maybe. Channel switcher? Probably. There is a spring reverb tank in the bottom there. Maybe we'll scooch in and have a look at that. And my tripod leg is loose. There it is. So we do have a spring reverb tank. The real deal, it's a short spring. It's got the Fender logoing on it rather than Accutronics. It looks kind of like the ones that were in Peavy's. Similar one. But you can see we got plenty of dust in here. Spiders and dust. But dust isn't going to kill us. An amp that explodes or catches on fire will probably be a huge disappointment. I got an okay price on this, but if it doesn't work and it's going to need catastrophic whatever, then it's going to be parts, and that's going to suck. So we don't want it. We don't want it to be parts. We want it to be an amplifier, and we want it to work. I did get some hope again when you buy these. Look how crusty this is. It's all dirt. It will clean up. Just keep telling yourself that. I did get some hope from somebody there who was praising it and telling me how much fun they had with it. Okay, so the knobs on here turn, but they feel stiff. The middle doesn't feel stiff. Volume, gain, and master feel pretty stiff. Reverb and presence do not. Okay, we're off. Plug it in. Look for smoke. None yet. Okay. So let's flip it on and see if it blows up. It did not blow up. Let's turn. Volume is doing nothing. That might just be the channel that it's on. Okay, master makes a little crunchy. Gain should maybe bring up some noise. When I turn master up, I get some noise. Gain doesn't. Okay, so we're getting some crackles when I play with volume and gain. It's kind of on and off. Okay, the treble seems to work because the amount of hiss is changing. Middle seems to do that. Bass, I can tell these are working just by the change in the hiss. And then presence is usually like super treble, I guess you'd say. Let's turn up reverb. See if we can give it a bounce. I don't hear the reverb tank. Is it because the reverb tank is activated by the foot switch? Yes. Okay, so the foot switch is the reverb, and there's the reverb spring working. So I guess we need to play around with these a little bit. I'm still confused why we have volume, gain, and master. Maybe gain is like overdrive or something. This gain knob is real stiff. Let's get a cord. Let's see. I don't even feel like turning the camera off. Enjoy the screaming children. They're just having a ball upstairs playing a chase game. Alright, let's turn our... There's a nice pop in our volume knob. Let's turn all this business down so we don't blow our own face off. See if we get some noise here. Yes, that sounds like clean sound to me. Okay. Okay. So, in the most general sense, yes, this amplifier works. Is it dusty and crusty? Oh yeah. So our plan at this point, we're going to take the chassis out, have a look inside, see if there's anything particularly concerning inside of it. I'm going to guess no, because it's working. We're going to clean all the pots so it doesn't crackle, and that should restore it to a good functional condition. We're going to pull all the electronicals out of the cabinet and wash the cabinet. I mean, literally wash it. We take it up to the sink, spray cleaner, rinse, just scrub the daylights out of it. I'm going to clean this up. Condition, like I said, Tolex isn't ripped or beat up or anything, so odds are we can get this looking, time capsule, which is what I'm trying to do. Okay, well, it's all in pieces, and the cabinet's been washed, and we're going to let it dry. And got reverb tanks there that needs to be wiped down and cleaned. But yeah, that speaker looks real good. That's great. Our chassis looks fine, so I think we'll put it up on the bench and get it. Well, if it's not too bright for you to read, this was passed in December 1987, so this is an 87 amplifier. Our board looks fine. Everything's probably fairly healthy because it's not that old. Got a little age to it. Kind of unique looking jacks. They got plastic bodies on them, but yet they have like the metal faces there. So I think we're going to clean up the surface, and we're going to spray our magic contact cleaner in those pots and see about getting those cleaned up. The problem is doing that at any kind of angle that I can film it is going to be a mess. Now it is possible for me to get the juice to go in that little niche there. It's easier to get it in on the underside, but I'm going to end up flipping this thing upside down and spraying it so gravity can take the cleaner in that pot. Well, then we're going to turn the heck out of it. But I think other than cleaning the pots on this, I'm going to leave well enough alone. Not too bad. I mean, there's this over here, that's factory soldering, and it ain't pretty. That reverb pan install, that ain't pretty. Our power transformer and stuff, that looks fine. Do you think they could have just used some connectors? Some of these Riviera and era Fenders they're fine. They sound good. They work. But QC, man, come on, take some pride in your work. What are our power transistors? Let's just see for all of you. This is allegedly supposed to be 25 watts, and they say D313E6H. D313E6H. Okay, so that's our power transistors, and the driver I can't really read. It's something E70, but it's under the screw, so I can't read it. But yeah, okay. Well, if it ain't broke, we're not going to fix it, but let's deal with the pots, give those a clean up. Okay, so I've cleaned all the pots in it, and I've cleaned the face, and we tightened all of the pots and the jacks here, so should be ready to give it a test to make sure the pots are clean. Some of these, like the gain and the master, are still a little on the stiff side. Sometimes after you spray the cleaner in them, they get real loose, but not today. Okay, so I brought the amp's speaker up here. It didn't list what impedance it was, so you know, but not like it matters. Let's turn up volume. Here's gain. There's master. So I only hear hiss, no crackles. Cool. Treble's good. Mid's good. Bass is good. Presence is good. Reverb I don't think is going to do anything because I don't know that it's even on. But the tank is not hooked up. The tank for it, in case anybody was curious, here's that. It's a little two-spring jobby here. Well, there's that. Part number 025269. Whatever that means. It's a two-spring tank and it works. So I think that we're going to be in good shape now. Obviously everything in here is clean. Now we've physically cleaned this. We've cleaned all the knobs. We've got to put them back on. We've got to make sure the cabinet is dry, and then we'll reassemble it. We should be able to give it a final test. That was easy. Okay, so the pots have been cleaned. The amp's been given a bath. And I think it's looking really good. Very low hours now. The insides, obviously, the guts look good, so because we just need to sound check it, reverb off, a little bit of, we got the volume. I'm trying to figure out how the controls work, but volume there seems to be kind of like the, you know, the preamp gain, and then the master's kind of your out, and you can drive the gain one in there to kind of bring in crunch. But should be fairly clean here. And with the reverb at half, we'll bring that in via the foot switch. And we'll max out the reverb just for fun. Does it surf? Not quite, but not bad. Seems to work just fine. And let's see if we can get something a little crunchier going on here. Seems okay. Pretty loud for 25 water. Keeping the volume low for the sake of the camera. So yeah, we're working good now. Our volume here is quiet, our gain is quiet, our master is quiet. You can see we were almost at 0. The little thing's got a lot of guts for its size. Treble is, you know, quiet. Mid's quiet, bass is quiet, presence is quiet. And the reverb knob is quiet, so everything's working properly. This thing's ready to find a new home, you know. Maybe somebody's got 80s nostalgia, maybe grew up with one of these. It's a fun amp. It's plenty loud to, you know, play with your garage band or just have fun at home. And condition is really good. So this is a Sidekick Reverb 25 from 1987. Cool. Thanks for watching.